Welcome to the ScissorSalute Show. Thank you for joining us.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I'd like to take a moment of silence, or we would like to take a moment of silence for Mr. B. Lippman. He passed away this week, and we'd just like to take a moment of silence for him at this time.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salons.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
I got a show where you can listen and view.
My new cuts got him talking at the
Bringing
barbershop.
barbers and stylists together with the ScissorSalute.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy?
Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor!
And thank you for those that had a moment of silence for Mr. B. Mr. B from Mr. B's Beauty Supply. I don't want you guys to confuse Al from Mr. B's, the younger son, for passing away, but Mr. B, the father, has passed away, so I just wanted to clarify that. And let's talk about, I guess, what went on last week. I wasn't here. So.
No, I wasn't here either, actually, but thank you for joining us. I am your co-host, Blazing Blush. Eli isn't in today, so we're filling in for him.
Yes, Eli, I'm filling in for you. I know you're in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Eli's a busy man, so
Not
we
very
have to
nice.
fill in. So we're going to fill in for him tonight. But I wasn't here last week either, so I missed the show.
Okay.
But it was a dope show as usual. And last week we had showcasing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Paul Rambo. It's been like a couple of weeks in a row where we had Philly coming to the show. Because right before that, we had a whole group from Philly. Chink the Barber was here that time. So Paul Rambo from Philly was here showcasing. And then also in studio guests from Universal Barber Show, we had Rob. And he is at CEO Rob on Instagram. That's at CEO Rob. And calling in, we had the owner of the Lifestyle Hair Lounge located in Camden, New Jersey. And the co-owner of the Universal Barber Show, Rich Towsett. Is that how you say his last name? Tousse. Sorry. So, and he is at the number 2 Set Fades, and that's FADEZ on Instagram. And from the Brand Building Beauty Expo, we had Rashida Burrell, and she is at BBB Expo on Instagram. And this week we have...
Well, this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have showcasing from Salon Project by Joelle Warren, located in Melville, New York. We have Samantha. That's right, it's Samantha Jean Stylist, and that's on her IG, that's her Instagram. From Fade Master Barbershop, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, we have Kel's Scissor Hands, and that's at Kel's Scissor Hands on Instagram as well. Calling in, we have Villains Barbershop, located in Los Angeles, California. We have Adi. Adi ZZEUZ. I think I got that right. That's his Instagram. So we have some really good things going on today, and I'm excited to get into the show.
Yeah, what you been up to, Harry?
So, boy,
You're always up to
minute.
something.
What's up? Well, I'm always up to something. Yeah, that's true.
Always busy, always
doing
booked.
some soul searching these days. You know, trying to figure out how I can free up some time and work smarter, not harder. So you know that. But I know, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on. I actually have a class that's coming up next week over in Bohemia. I have a sold out class, so I'm excited.
You
about
always
that.
have a class.
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of classes for Babyless Pro. For those that don't know, I am an educator for Babyless Pro. And we do our barberology classes, and I just happen to be doing one over in Bohemia.
Nice.
It is off of Sunrise Highway. I would try to promote it, but it's sold out.
It's
so.
a fading class?
Yep, so it's called
I
Fade
need
Away
to
Your
take
Fears.
it.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Oh my.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. If you want to come, you're more than welcome to. I'll sneak you in there.
Okay, cool. When is it?
Free.
Okay, March 26th.
It's next Monday from 9 to 12.
I have no excuses. I'm off Monday.
Hey, listen, and I'll get you in for free. How's that?
Oh, that's even better.
Tell nobody.
Well, you just told everybody, but
That's too funny. It's fine. It's fine.
You know what? I have an instructor, and that's how he would drill it in your head. Don't be afraid to fade.
Well, yeah, that's really what stops a lot of people is fear. You know,
that
fear
was
stops
me.
a lot of people. So, you know, and that was me as well. You know what I mean? But if you can fight through the fear and, you know, learn from your mistakes, then that's what's going to make you better.
So is this like an intense intense fading class?
No, this
what
is
do you teach?
This is a basic one-on-one class. This is recommended for any level of barber or stylist that wants to gain knowledge in the best practices of fading, tapering, blending, clipper over comb. I go over the some terminology. I go into the different types of tools that I use. So it's really for basic. If you're just starting out and you really want to grasp the understanding of fading, men's fading, then or men or ladies fading, because you know we're fading on
women are getting
as well.
fades too. Yeah.
So I mean, it's really a class that I would recommend for you. You know,
I feel
especially
like
the
that
fact
was
that
made just for me.
yeah, no, definitely. And I hope to see you if you have availability
Yeah, no, I
next
have
Monday.
no excuse now. He said
That'd be
I can
great.
come by. It's free.
That'd
I'm
be great. You're
coming.
more than welcome.
That is awesome. What day is it? That was
This is going to be March 26, 2018, but I have so many other classes coming up as well. So this is just going to be, you know, a start. I have one out in almost Buffalo pretty soon, so that's going to be interesting
Oh,
as
wow.
well. So that's a 102 class. That's a little bit more intricate and involved with doing hair tattooing, hair design. So I'll show you how I go about, you know, breaking it down as far as how I go about designing, putting designs in somebody's head.
What's hair tattooing? This is the first time I'm hearing that.
It's a form of it's a terminology that you use for, you know, designs. You know, it's a form of a temporary tattoo in the head. You know, with a design.
Well, because I see a lot of people doing the design in the head, but of course with the clippers, and then going back over it with the color enhancement to kind of like bring that design out. So is that what that'll entail?
You know, I really don't go into the color aspect of it. But there are some great, you know, pencils out there. You can use graph edge pencils that work very well for incorporating color to the design, and I think that would be a great thing to do. But I don't think I'm going to go into it.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
but if you wanted to find out about a good pencil that works well with designs, is the graph edge I would recommend.
Okay, graph edge. Okay,
Yep, graph edge pencils.
Cool. So that's March 26th. I'll be at the
March
class.
26th. You
so
better.
please come down and join us if you'd like to learn fading. And I'm done with school.
Okay, you're done with school. That's good. That's good.
Finished
that's good.
barber school, so it was definitely an experience. Me
Okay.
and you were just talking
How long?
about that.
How long was the course?
4 months.
Okay, 4 months.
Every
Full
day.
time?
Yep.
Okay.
Full time, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
9 to 2.
9 to 2.
Me and you were just talking about how most barber schools are probably set up where you probably don't really learn as much, but you definitely pick up the experience.
Well, you know, from my experience as far as, you know, the school that I went to, I really wasn't taught the new school techniques. A lot of the stuff that they're teaching you in school are like antiquated techniques.
Right.
And they only give you the basics that will allow you to just pass the state board.
Right.
You know, which I think is kind of sad, because you should know, you know.
You should be learning other things.
You should be able to come out of school and know, you know, what a drop fade is.
Right.
Or a basic design, you know. Or, you know, maybe some enhancements. I think that's very important to really allow you to get better or produce better results than the average person.
Right, right. I mean, what it did prepare me for was the heavy volume that we probably experience in most barbershops, because ABI, which is a school that I went to, is a very busy school. It's right in the middle. Oh, my girl Sam showcasing. It's right in the middle of Times Square, so it's busy. You get the traffic. So you're going to get the experience, which I definitely got that. But I still feel like there's certain things that I want to just maybe take extra classes on my own to learn. But, you know, nonetheless, I'm finished. Too. They know what time it is.
That's too funny. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with you know, when you're coming out of school is that, you know, this is a craft, and it takes a long time to really get good at. And I think that, you know, with experience, you know, you're going to make mistakes, but with that experience, it's going to make you better. So don't, you know, there's going to be some haircuts that, you know, you may take too long on.
Yeah.
There's going to be some haircuts that you... There's going to be some haircuts that, you know, you feel that you can do better on, but you just kind of take away from what you think that you could have done better and use it for the next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, 'cause
like I feel like, you know, I'll never stop learning, but I'm still in the very beginning stages. So I'm always watching what the other barbers are doing, always picking up new techniques, because you really can learn from anybody. Even a beginner, I can, you know, take something from everybody and make it my own. So that's what I've been doing. But I'm ready. It's been a journey.
And that's what's great. You know, you just finished barber school. Now you have a basic understanding. You have a good foundation. Now the best thing to do is learn from people that are better than you.
Right.
And then you can take little tips and tricks and make them your own. Or, you know, you can look at different types of styles and say, you know what, this one works best for me. You know, I think that's a great thing. I think it's good to surround yourself around people who are very, well, they're on another level, because that's what's going to help you elevate yourself so much faster.
Right.
You know, you can kind of figure out. My biggest problem was when I first got out from barber school, I was making mistakes, but I never knew what I was doing wrong. So it took me longer. And it's not until I got into a barber shop that was very, you know, these guys were pumping out some good quality work, that I learned, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong, and this is what I should be doing.
Right.
If I would have stood at the old little man barber shop, I would have kept producing those bad results.
Right.
So the fact that I was around people that were very good and better than me made me better faster.
And look at you now.
And look at me now. That is too funny. So it's great, man. This industry is very rewarding. And I mean, I wish you the best of luck and success. You're going to do well, because you have a mentor that's just a great mentor. So
thank you.
Luther Phagician, let's scissor salute him.
Scissor salute to Luther Phagician. Yeah, I'm excited. But you took a dual licenseship, right? You got your cosmetology license and you got your barber's license, right?
Well, yeah, I graduated first from barber school, and then 3 years later, I went ahead and went on to cosmetology school. They only gave me 200 hours to apply to the cosmetology school, but
from the barber.
From the barber, right? So they didn't give me the full 500. Is it 500 hours?
Yeah, it's 500
hours, right? So they didn't give me the full 500. They gave me 200 hours, and you know, I mean, 200 hours is somewhat of a big deal. I think I graduated 2 months early.
Okay.
And it reduced my tuition by, I think, $2,000.
Oh, that's good.
So
200 hours reduced it by
something like that. Yeah, it may have been around there, but you know, I mean. And that really, really helped me see the hair world in a whole different way. So if you want to do this for a little while and then maybe, you know, go on and, you know, advance yourself a little bit more, you'll see that it'll open you up a little bit more as well.
That was just a personal decision to do because you wanted to add to your craft, or did you feel like you were kind of missing out on certain things as far as the industry was concerned?
Well, the issue was that I had girl cousins, and they always wanted me to cut their hair, and I just did not have any idea on how to approach it and how to cut it. So I vowed, I said, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to give you guys those haircuts.
Oh,
you know, so that's what the motivation was. You know, so it really, really is great, and I don't regret it every day that goes by. I'm like, you know, very thankful that, you know, I've added that education, you know, aspect. Because it really made me so much better than you know, just sticking with barbering,
right?
Yeah, so.
And you still do women's hair as well, right?
And I still do women's hair, yep.
Cool.
About 80, about 20%. I still have a lot more guys, but you know, I still love doing men's hair more than doing women's hair.
No,
so.
I hear you. Because I mean, I've done actually on my last day of school, a woman came in and got her hair cut. I ended up giving her like a whole new hairstyle. So I cut it. We can't, obviously we can't do any color in barbering school, but I cut it for her. And then I flat ironed it. And, I enjoyed it because I like seeing the transformation. But in my mind, I was like, you know what? I do still prefer just giving a guy a haircut. I don't want to get into the other side of the services with color and all that stuff.
And it's a matter of preference. But, there's a lot of techniques. Like, if you look at Samantha right now, this razoring aspect right here is something you can pick up. You can do this. She's doing it with long hair, but you can do this with men's hair. And I've been finding myself doing this with men's hair.
That's a blade.
And it adds different effects.
Is Sam mic'd up?
And it adds a different effect, okay? So, I mean,
It's like feathering?
It softens the hair in a way. She's layering right now, but it when she's using the razor,
It's not a pen. It's not a blade. It's a pen. Calligraphy.
It's a pen that has a razor on it?
Blade.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a new a tool that actually was just released, I believe, about 6 or 7 months ago. It may be a little bit. It's probably about less than a year, but it does very, very good results. I've seen people do some really nice haircuts. She's still funny. She's smiling. That's great. I don't have any experience with the calligraphy pen, but I've heard great things about it, and the fact that the way she's using it, just looks like it's cutting like butter. Mm-hmm. So it's basically a razoring technique. But getting back to what you were saying, I would say to keep advancing yourself and try to look for different avenues. There was an event 2 weeks ago. Maddie Comrade, he's a great person to follow on Instagram, and he was doing a haircut, a modern pompadour with a razor, and I was watching him, and I'm like, wow, the guy inspired me to start using my feather razor. So that's something else.
To cut the whole head.
To cut the hair on top, yeah. It just gives a different type of it leaves the hair a little differently than if you cut it blunt. The
texture is a little different.
Or if you point cut it, it's just totally different, So you can get different effects, but I mean, I would tell you to keep advancing yourself, but don't do it until you're ready to move on.
Right.
Try to strengthen yourself in where you're trying to be strong in, and then say, all right, I'm ready for this.
Right.
Otherwise, you're gonna be weak, and you'll be weak all over.
Yeah, and I'll be all over the place.
Because these are crafts that take so long.
I know.
They take long time. It took me a long time, man, to really get now I can just do it second
with
nature.
your eyes closed, right?
It's like, okay, I don't have to think about, okay, this is the 1.5, or where do I have to go back to this one? Like it just comes natural.
Right.
It'll happen to you. You'll see.
I hope so.
It will.
I hope
it's
so.
just
Because
practice.
I'm still, all over the place with the guards. I'm comfortable with everything else except the fades. But that's the only thing I'm having a real issue with is the blending. Sam was saying the same thing, like the blending. She had, when she cuts guys' hair, that's always an issue.
And for those, I like to do those hands-on. Those are good for hands-on classes. So if you have somebody that can mentor you and say, look, here's the deal. You're coming up too far. You're crashing into your pre-existing guard. You can't do that. You have to stay a little bit lower. You're going up too high. And having somebody that can mentor you like that will change you right away. If Lou can see that you're coming up too far or you're flicking out a little too quick, then you'll know right off the bat. But if you don't have that mentor right there and you're just looking and learning, it's not gonna like, for me, it's not the same. Some people can see it. There are visual learners that can pick up and say, okay, this is what he's doing, and do the same exact thing. But for me, I need a hands-on class, and I need to see exactly where I make the mistakes.
Right.
I need a teacher. So, I mean, I think watching Lou or having Lou watch you and, on something that you're having a hard time with will definitely make you a lot better.
Correct me at that time. Yeah, right. that probably, that's exactly what I need, because, when you watch people do things, they make it look so easy, obviously, because they've been doing it for so long. They already have their own technique, and then you go to try it, and, you think you got it. And then you go and do it, and it comes out jacked. Totally
different. Yeah, a lot of it is body positioning. A lot of it is, your hand positioning. You just have to it's almost like a learning experience where you know you have to actually control how far you go up, because a lot of times when you're not used to holding a clipper or something's a little too heavy for you, you may come up too far, or you may flick out a little too too early. It's just really it's tricky. It really is tricky. It really is tricky.
But at one point you just get it.
At one point, yep, you will have an aha moment, like, aha, there it is, So, but it all takes time. It all takes time, and that's one of the reasons why it's so. I feel like in this industry, it's so hard to find some good help, good quality help.
Right.
Because there's people that can cut hair. Yes, they can cut hair, but can they cut quality? And
right.
I feel like you can train a bartender to mix drinks, and next week you can put them behind the bar and they can make drinks, but with hair cutting, it's a craft that takes years and years to really get good at. Like, you watch her do that, you watch her cutting hair right now, and she's cutting pretty much, you could tell it's second nature to her.
Right.
But she's probably done this hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Where she knows what she's doing. Otherwise, she'd be going a lot slower. It wouldn't be as smooth.
Right, because that's not easy, what she's doing.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's not easy because she has to be very careful not to cut her finger. So she has to know how much tension to put on. She has to know how thick of a layer to take or section to take, because taking too big of a section can make it a lot harder. She's made those mistakes before, and that's why she knows, okay, I could only take a half an inch section. Okay, I could only take an inch section. So these are things that she's done hundreds of times that allows her to cut so smooth and seamless.
Right.
Am I correct, Samantha?
Sam, she doesn't have a mic.
She's smiling. She's smiling. Yeah, that's too funny. So one question I have for you, okay, is you went to a school that was in Manhattan, okay?
Right.
You live in Long Island.
I live in Brooklyn.
You live in Brooklyn. Oh, okay. What part of Brooklyn?
Crown Heights.
Crown Heights.
That is near the Brooklyn Museum on Eastern Parkway.
Okay, Eastern Parkway. Okay. All right. So you're right in between. Long Island and Manhattan, basically. Let's say, for instance.
Yeah, I mean, not really, but.
Okay, so it's a little bit closer to the city.
It's definitely a lot closer than it is to Long Island.
Okay, because my question to you was going to be, why didn't you attend the Long Island Barber Institute?
Yeah, no, it's too far.
Too far?
Yeah, too far.
Okay.
And then my kids are in school, so it would just be too much to commute every day.
Okay, so it's a matter of convenience. Now, did you go visit that school?
The Long Island Barber Institute? No, I didn't, because I knew that wasn't going to be an option.
Out of the question.
Yeah, it's just out of the question. Because I probably wouldn't have been able to take a morning class, because the commute is like maybe an hour and a half to get out here. But I hear really great things about that school.
Okay.
I've heard so many good things about it, but it is more expensive too.
Okay.
So I probably
price
would
is
have,
another
because
thing.
they're like $9,000.
$9,000. Okay.
Did you consider that school too when you started?
No, I mean that school was not even in. It wasn't even in existence when I was going to school, and I was living in Staten Island at the time. So
okay.
So definitely
so
Staten Island, Long
Island. The city
Island
was better. Yeah,
absolutely. So
that commute is a lot.
It is, and any commute is tough. You know what I mean? Especially when you got to wake up early in the morning, battle traffic or battle the Long Island Railroad. Yeah. So it's
I don't regret it. I don't regret my decision. The staff there was, really good people. The owner, because I can share this now. I think I shared it on a show before, but there was a point in time where I thought I was going to drop out. Oh, somebody's calling. Is this Odysseus? Thank you for calling the ScissorSalute Show.
Hello.
ScissorSalute.
ScissorSalute to you.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi. Is this who is this?
It's Yvette.
Yvette, why are you answering the phone?
I don't know.
I'm watching you. Am I not watching you?
Yes. I'm answering the phone on the show.
Oh.
That's too funny.
The way I'm driving in my car, and I hear you and Harry chatting, and I hear you and think, how are you? Hi, Harry.
Hello, ScissorSalute.
How is everybody?
We're good. You coming down to see us?
I can't. I'm doing yoga class tonight with Styles by Danielle at my salon, but I told him for 2 reasons.
Okay.
One, I took a balayage class today just to brush up, just to make sure, and I I was right by Luther Physician's barber shop. I was going to take a picture and tell you guys I was there.
Oh, cool. He's closed today.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to him last night on instant message.
Okay.
He said no, he wasn't going to be there, but he said you were going to be there more often.
Yep, I start this week.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I start Thursday.
You're welcome.
You got to come see me one day.
I promise you, I will make it down there one day to come see you.
Oh, thank you.
And my second question was for Harry Houdini.
Okay.
So, Harry, I have been doing hair it'll be almost 28 years in April.
Congrats.
So, I am
long
ready,
time.
I think. At least I feel I am. I feel I'm ready to make the step from not just being behind the chair. I want to step into moving towards education. How would you suggest making that move?
Okay. Well, how would you make that move? There's a couple different ways you can go about it. My strategy and my technique on how I go about trying to work my way in there, because it's really about who you know in the industry, is find a product line or a tool company that you really are passionate about. For example, if it's Redken hair color that you love, then start going to Redken education classes. If it's Babyliss Pro tools that you love, then start going to Babyliss Pro classes. And then what you'll start to do is you'll start to develop a friendship with the educators and find out where they're going to be for, during show events, and you can hang with them. So you got to kind of work your way in there as far as, become friendly with them, because they're not just going to hire anybody off. You have to have some type of, I guess I would say friendship with them in order for them to give you the good word and say, listen, hey, Yvette is great. I would recommend her to come in with Babyliss Pro and start educating. Do we have any availability? So I would say that would be the route that I like to go as far as, so I think that can work for you. I mean, there's also a way where you can just randomly send emails out, mass emails. Hey, listen, send one to Redken, send one to Babyliss Pro, send one to Aquage, Rusk, and say, listen, I want to be an educator. What steps do I have to take in order to be an educator? And just kind of send them out just that way. Look at my experience. I have over 20 years experience. Do you have availability for educators?
Sandy.
What'd you say, Yvette?
I said you can do it.
Yeah, I'm ready. That's valuable information. Thank you so much, Harry.
Yep, and one more I'm going to share with you also is another great place to go to is the big hair shows, okay? Because that's where everybody is there. The managers are there. The artistic directors are there, and that's a great way to up front. Hey, this is who I am. How you guys doing? I love your product line. What can I do to help you educate for you guys?
All right, good to know. Okay, so I was at IBS in New York, and I want to say this is the first show that I've been to in all my years in this business. And I specifically did that to go there to network. So I'm glad at least I know I did one thing right. So I was so busy when I was a younger hairdresser because I was a single mom for so long. I couldn't go to these shows. I was so overwhelmed. It was so much. It was like a kid in a candy store. It was fantastic. I got to watch Harry do some barbering work. So that was really cool.
That's
and
awesome.
I saw a whole bunch of people. It was fantastic. So it was exciting. So I'm glad I did one thing right. So that's great. Well, thanks for the info, guys.
No problem.
We're gonna
and best of luck.
We're gonna keep that in our prayers, Sandy, so that you can become an educator by next year. And I'll take your class.
Right. I'll take it. Put me in. I'll take any blessing. You send it my way, I receive it.
It's all about those good vibes. Sending over the good vibes.
I will make it happen. By God's grace, it'll happen.
Yep.
So, all right, folks. Well, you're going to have a great show. I'm going to be watching on the other end.
Okay,
Appreciate
Sandy.
it.
Thanks for calling.
All right, guys. Say hi to Steph and to Queen. ScissorSalute to everyone. I'll see you guys later.
ScissorSalute.
That is so funny. That's yeah. Listen, a lot of it is also being in the right place at the right time.
Right.
But I really do believe it's who you know, because there are a lot of artists out there, and there's a lot of talented artists out there. But
what was your first educating job that you did?
My first educating job? Here's what I did, and I'll share this with Sandy. I would go to cosmetology schools and donate my time and do a class for free. And I go in and my alma mater, Brittany Beauty School, I'd go there after I graduated and do classes. And let me tell you, I'd be nervous.
Right.
I would sometimes freeze up.
You?
Yeah. Oh my God. I used to listen. I struggled. I had to cultivate this. This didn't come natural.
You do so well with speaking.
Let me tell you, this didn't come right away. It came with a lot of practice because I used to, it used to make me really like I stepped up in here and I'm not nervous.
Right.
I feel good, but that wasn't always like that. I would step up and I'd be like dripping sweat. It was tough. Let me tell you something. So what I would do is I knew what I wanted to become. I wanted to become an educator. So I said, you know what? This is going to be a great way to practice and make the mistakes here and learn from the mistakes. Right. I got a lot of pushback from my wife at the time. She was like, why are you doing free classes? What's wrong with you? And I was like, look, I have a plan. One day I'm going to be doing, I'm going to get paid for this. I'm going to get paid to teach people. And, I stuck with that dream and, I made it happen. So I think that's a great way to go into, even if it's not cosmetology schools, you can go into, what are they, BOCES, those vocational schools.
Right, where they have them in the high school.
And just share a couple things. Sometimes I'll just, if I have maybe a few hours, I'll run right into the school and say, just for words of inspiration. Right. Guys, I've been there before. I almost quit this craft. Stick in there. Don't miss days, okay, and stay with it. 50% of people that get involved with the barbering or stylist wind up quitting.
They quit, yeah.
And only 30% out of that 50% wind up going on to do hair. So it's a really extreme. The percentage of people that quit is incredible. So some people do get their licenses, but they don't do anything with them.
Right.
So at this time right now, you were telling me that you had almost a similar time that you almost quit.
Yeah, I almost quit, and it wasn't because I didn't love it, because I did. But I was paying out of my pocket. A lot of people that went to school, like they may have been in a program, or they may have been in the military, and the military paid for their tuition, but there were a lot of us that were paying out of our pockets, and it's hard. And I was thinking about quitting because I'm like, I can't afford this anymore. But everything else I had to do, I just couldn't afford it. But my family, there's a very special person in my life that was like, listen, you can't quit. My family wouldn't let me quit. My brother was like, you're not quitting. After all this time, you just can't quit. You have a goal. You have to figure it out. And then when I was like pretty sure that I was just going to give it up and just come back to it later, but I was like, I can't do this right now. I just can't figure it out. So I went and spoke to the owner of ABI and told him that I was going to quit. And he's like, listen, I don't want you to quit. I enjoy you. I think you're going to be great at this job. You have a great personality. Let's talk about it. We'll figure something out. And we did, and I was able to finish. So I'm thankful for ABI for that because, they really looked out for me. So here I am, finished, getting ready to work.
Listen, well, there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. And the key for you is that you had the support.
Right.
So
and I remember when Chef was here. Do you remember when Chef was here? Chef the barber was here, and he had a similar story where he was like, going back and forth with his career, and he was going to quit too. And the director of his school was like the same way. He didn't let him quit. He let him take some time off, and he's like, listen, I want you to finish. And he looked out for him too. So he was really inspirational too, and that's the same thing that happened in my situation as I was able to finish, thank God. And here we are. Now I'm ready for the next step.
Very, very nice. Congratulations. And
Thank
I'm glad
you.
you made it onto made it.
Thank you,
because there's a lot of casualties,
Yeah, no, I know. I know.
There's a lot of them, so you made it. You definitely made it.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're gonna
You want to bring
have
over a
Kel
guest?
Scissorhands join us.
You want to sit in the middle? Excuse me.
And Sam is not playing. She got the blow dryer out.
I believe that's a Babyless Pro blow dryer.
Is
I like
it?
that.
Are you gonna do curls in it, Sam? can't hear. Oh, hey, how are you?
Trying to kill me?
No.
Your mic fell.
Oh.
Is this broadcasting like this?
No. It's
Oh.
preview. It's preview.
Oh, can we
It's going to be a curly blowout.
a curly blowout? Okay. All right. Nice. I can't wait to see how the cut comes out. Now Sam is using her hands to blow dry the hair instead of using a comb, probably because she wants more volume and doesn't want it to be flat. I'm guessing because I don't really know.
What was the question?
No, I'm saying, is she using her hands for more volume?
No. She's just trying to air dry that basically, so it's
Okay.
going to take her a little less longer to.
So it takes
to
less
dry.
time than a
Yep.
brush. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what it looks like she's doing. Am I correct? Are you trying to air dry? Does she hear me?
I don't think she could hear us.
That's it. All right, so she is air drying. I'm pretty sure. That's a great technique. You would want to do that about 80%. So it makes it a lot faster for you.
Quicker, less work.
Less work, right?
That's work, okay. So we have joining us in the studio today, Kel Scissorhands from the Fade Master Barbershop, located all the way in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ooh,
That,
We're not phone the house.
oh man, that is a. How did you get up here?
Flying.
Oh, you flew. Okay, good. I was gonna say. Thank you
awesome.
for joining
Flew
us.
all the way over here. I mean, you could have drove, but how long is that?
10 hours. No,
10
I
hours?
ain't driving.
Oh, the driver. It's only 10 hours.
Yeah, I ain't driving no more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
And
wouldn't drive.
I have to get paid.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's a must.
I wouldn't drive that far either. So thank you for joining us. You were here one time before. I wasn't here that day, so I didn't get to meet
You
you.
didn't get to see me? Okay.
No, but since then, what's been going on at the Fade Master Barbershop?
The Fade Master Barbershop, a lot of work. Man, it's kind of hard to find the right employees.
Find good barbers,
Yeah,
right?
they don't want to work.
Yeah.
They want to join the industry just because they want money, not because they have passion for the industry. And I
Right.
cannot tolerate that in my shop.
Right. So how many barbers do you currently have?
Solo.
You're by yourself.
Myself. Right now it's closed.
Oh, it's closed. So are you gonna you're gonna reopen it up when you get back because you don't have anybody there.
Yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. Yeah.
Oh man, so you came here to get some employees to take back with you?
I would love to.
Well, here's the deal, and I understand his struggle as a former owner of a business. It's hard to find good quality help.
Yeah.
Like I was explaining to you before. I mean, yes, you can find somebody that can cut hair, but can they cut quality hair? Can they produce good results? That takes years, and it takes a special person that's going to be, disciplined to coming in to work on time, that wants to leave late. You know what I mean? It's really, really tough. And especially where he's from, I think people are a little more lax and they're not really, they're a little more laid back there.
They want to be drinking, smoking.
Right, or have somebody you can trust. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's difficult, but you know what? What the advice I would give you is don't stop looking, don't stop trying. There are people out there that are willing to work hard. You just got to keep looking for them.
I'm trying to bring from Puerto Rico though.
Oh, you're from
I'm
Puerto
trying to
Rico?
bring from over there.
Okay.
But they don't want to come to the States. I don't know what's going on.
They don't want to?
I don't know what's going on. Are you Puerto Rican?
No, my family's from Santo Domingo.
What
I am Puerto Rican, yep, as well.
They don't want to come over here, right?
Well, I mean, there are. I mean, I know there's a lot of them that are coming over now since the storm.
The storm, right?
But
I try to use that in my advantage thing.
You
They didn't want to come.
But here's the problem with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has become very lax also with their.
But
with
no,
their
there's
work.
some good barbers coming out of
There
Puerto
are.
Rico, though.
Best.
There are.
The best.
Because I follow a lot of them on Instagram. A-Rod is one of them. He's a good barber.
Oh, that's my boy.
There's a few of them that are really good barbers coming out of Puerto Rico, but I guess they don't want to leave.
They don't want to leave. They don't want to leave Puerto Rico. They don't want to.
Well, go to the Bronx.
I've been
There's
there.
mad
I've
Puerto
done it.
Ricans in the Bronx.
They don't have license over here.
They don't. Oh, that's true. That's true.
She makes it seem so easy, but it really it's so hard that it's almost like it hurts inside, and I feel his pain.
Oh.
Over here in New York, if he has a barber license, he could have 10 barbers under his license working in the shop with me. Even they don't need license. But in the state of North Carolina, every single person in the shop needs
Needs a license. Okay.
That would make it even worse.
How many hours do you have to do in North
15
Carolina?
to 28 hours.
15, 20. Oh, that's a lot.
So that's even more than New
Yeah.
York. So,
Yes.
wow.
That's a lot, because here we only have 500.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I took my school in Puerto Rico. I did 1,000 hours.
okay.
But it's hard over there in North Carolina. It's hard.
So what if you went to a barber school?
Done that. I mean,
Really?
They just out there. I mean, in barber school over there, they give a waiver to the students when they got some trouble. So they go to school because they're in trouble. But they don't.
Oh, okay. Like if they get in trouble and then
Yeah.
the state pays for them to go to school.
That's what they do in barber school out there.
How about this one? What if you tried to convert a cosmetologist to do barbering?
They could do that, yes.
I think that might be a different avenue you can look at.
Yes.
And go to a cosmetology school and say, listen, I'm a barber, and I love cutting. I love this craft. If there's anybody who's interested in apprenticing with under me, I have no problem. And right now, there are a lot of women that want to learn how to cut men's hair.
I haven't done that yet. Well, I will.
Yeah, you
I would do
have
it.
to get a female barber.
I will
So
do that.
it's
You
a great,
have to.
and it's a trend that's changing. I think that's a great thing to do, and I think you'll do well with it.
Appreciate for the
So,
hit.
yeah, no
I
problem.
will look into it.
Yeah, you know what I find now that I'm starting to be in this industry and just seeing people's work ethics is that they probably want the money, but they don't want to put in the work. And
Yes,
you have
yes.
to put in that work before you start making any money.
For real.
So then they see you coming in on fly, and they think, it's going to be easy
Yes.
to get there, but you went through a lot to get to
For-
where you are,
for
right?
real.
So you were born in Puerto Rico.
I was born in Puerto Rico. I moved here to New York.
Hmm.
When I was a teenager when I came over here. Then I moved to Florida. Then I moved back to Puerto Rico. I got my barber license in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Came
And
back
Puerto
to New
Rico is what, 1,000 hours?
Yeah, it was 1,000 hours.
Okay.
Yes. Came back to New York. And then I joined the Marines. I did 5 years on it. And I was stationed actually in North Carolina. And
Okay.
I stayed
That's
in
how you
Charlotte.
ended
Yeah,
up
I
there.
ended up in Charlotte out there.
Okay.
And I wish I would have when I went to Charlotte like before I joined the Marines.
Oh,
Yes, a lot of money out there.
yeah. So then you still had to do extra hours once you got to Charlotte, right?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh.
I mean, I guess to validate my hours, because I've been cutting for a minute.
Okay.
But I didn't have to.
So you just applied for your license. You
Yes.
were able to get it right away.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I had to retake the test.
Okay,
Well,
but
that
it was
was-
just a verbal test? I mean,
It was a written test,
written
and,
test,
and a practical test. I had to take both.
Oh, you did have to take the practical.
Yes.
Is it harder down there than it is?
Nah, it's the
The
same.
same. Okay.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It made no difference.
And then you opened up your shop. You had your barbers, and then you started realizing that it just wasn't working out.
Yes. So I'd rather be with myself.
Yeah.
And then since last year, I traveled like 27 times. I went to Colombia, Puerto Rico, Connecticut. I came over here twice. Florida, Alabama, Virginia, Georgia, everywhere.
And you're cutting here and in the states where you
Yeah.
travel to?
Yeah, I was cutting hair. I was judging a competition. Then in summertime, I went to Puerto Rico. I launched my own line.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out there. I was judging. I got a booth selling my stuff out there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got hat, shirts. Go ahead.
What's up? No,
Just want to say.
no, I didn't have anything to say. I'm listening. I'm taking everything in.
I got shirt, hats, necklace, bracelets, keychain. You name it, I got
You
it.
got it. Okay, so you do
Bracelet.
everything.
No, it's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So where could, if somebody has any if they want to pick that up, do you still have somewhere they can get that?
As right now, I'm selling. I'm working on my website, so I'm selling it on my Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
They hit me up, I hit them up with the merchandise myself.
Nice. All right. So your Instagram is where you're selling your stuff.
Yes,
at?
yes.
Very nice. Oh, that's good. That's good. Now the traveling.
I love it.
You love traveling, huh?
I love it.
Yeah, travel. There's nothing
Yes.
better than traveling. Absolutely. I do a lot of traveling as well. Sometimes it gets a little crazy.
Yes. Actually, I came to New York because I was cutting a boxer.
Oh,
She was
nice.
fighting on Saturday night. That's what I came
A
here
box
for.
is here. Oh, what's her name? You can't say.
They don't
Okay.
want me to say
Okay. Do you have a special set price for people that you travel to?
Yeah, they gotta pay for my flight.
Oh.
They gotta pay for, if I stay in a hotel, they gotta pay for my hotel, for my diet, transportation, plus whatever they get on the haircut.
And you get your payment before you even come?
Yes. They have to give me half of the money before I come over here.
That's smart.
Yes.
Do you have contracts?
You do it like that? You have to do it like that.
Do I do it that way?
Yeah.
Well, how I usually work it, I like payment upon, but like if you're traveling somewhere, I don't cut people out of state. But if I'm cutting somebody out of state, maybe I will use that technique of how to get half up front. But I mean, most of the time when I'm traveling, all my stuff is already paid for beforehand for my company that I work with.
Yeah.
But for cutting somebody's hair, I want payment like as soon as I'm done with
Okay.
as soon as I'm done with your service, I want to be paid. And usually whether it's cash or a Chase Quick Pay, whatever it is, but it has to be done right there and then.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be traveling and it's a person, an individual,
you have to get paid.
I think
ahead of time.
I think taking half payment is very, very good.
Yes. I mean, you also have to travel with a company, and they pay me half the money first.
Really?
Before I get to the
Oh, you travel with a company?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to Colombia, to do seminars and stuff like that. And they pay for half of my stuff before I get the show, before I get there.
Interesting. Yeah, they usually. I mean, how we usually do is we expense everything at the end. So you figure out what the expenses were, and then you send it to this company and they pay you. But it's everybody works a little bit different.
Right.
As long as you get paid, that's the main thing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
If you get paid, that's
Right. Just have your money.
So if a boss hire me to come over here, I don't cut it. He's got to pay me.
Right.
Because I'm wasting my time.
Right.
Right. And time is money.
Well, then maybe since you travel so much, until you really find somebody you could trust, then you probably, what would you do in that case? Like until you find somebody you could trust.
I'm really working on branding myself more.
Okay.
Right now I'm sponsoring a boxing team.
Okay.
I'm going outside the barber industry and I'm going somewhere else.
Oh wow.
I'm taking another route. You know what I'm saying? I don't put a bar behind money on myself.
Right.
So if there's money.
You
I'm
do everything.
I'm going after,
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Smart. So how did this company that you work for? How did they reach out to you? Did they find you on Instagram, or did they know somebody that you knew?
Actually, I was giving a class with another company.
Okay.
And I was trying to get rid of that company. And they came to me asking me if I wanted to join them. I was like, oh, let's do it.
Oh, that's what Sandy was talking about.
Yeah.
So maybe you could give her advice too on how to do that, because I don't educate. So, so I don't know how to do that.
Okay, I will.
And she's watching right now. So
Sandy, just hit me up.
So it's Kells, Kellz Scissor Hands. I like that name too.
Appreciate it.
Where did that name come from?
See, everybody used to call me Kel when I was a kid. So when I started competing here in North Carolina, I was the only barber competing using scissors. Cheers. But people know scissors. I was the only one using scissors, and everybody was like, "Yo, Scissor Hands over here." So I like the name, so let's put it together.
Yeah, you know what? That's a huge plus to be able to cut with shears, because a lot of people still don't know how to. They're not comfortable with it.
They get them clippers on the corner, they just go like that.
Right.
And the haircut don't even know right.
Right. You always use shears. I always see you using shears, Houdini. Yeah.
I'm fully versatile, man. Yeah, I can cut clippers, scissors, but also having cosmetology background helped me become stronger with scissors or shears, as we call them.
Right.
But there are so many different types.
Yes.
I mean, there are texturizers that's like probably, who knows, the variety of amounts. There's so many.
Yes.
But
they're expensive too. I didn't realize how expensive shears could get.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want good quality steel, you're gonna pay.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I thought, I'm figuring go to a beauty supply, get you a little $8.
$25.
25. I was saying like $8, $9.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, I
get
can do this.
results.
Yeah. I didn't know.
It's a big difference.
It is.
Yeah, my cheapest one is like $5.85.
Oh, your cheapest?
Yes.
Oh my God, that hurt so bad. That's a lot of money.
But,
so what's your most expensive?
$1,800.
Gotcha. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, listen, it's a price that you put on your craft. You know what I mean? I think that people look at it as like, wow, you're crazy.
Yes, that's what I look
that
at.
$1,800 has made him probably $18,000.
Well, I know. I mean, see, the thing is, I realize what the difference is between that $8 share and like a Hanzo, because I actually was in school with the Hanzo rep in New York, so he bought some scissors, and I was able to try one, and it's the difference, it just glides through the hair.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Hanzo?
Yeah, I don't want to send a because they're not paying me.
Oh, right. No free promo, sorry. But it is a difference, because, I use the other shares, and it kind of like, like the hair just...
Like
it just rubs on the hair down. Yeah,
yes.
like it pushes the hair down, doesn't cut it. So I understand, but I had no idea. So it is good to invest in good quality tools, because it makes your job a lot easier. So I'll start making money one day, and then I'll be able to buy the 585.
No, with that company that you mentioned, they give.
He's not even saying the name.
they have a program that you can finance it.
Oh, right. He did say that you can put down whatever you put down, and then they take your credit card or your debit card information, and they charge you a price, that same price every month.
Yeah,
so that is a good option.
I think they take either 10 or 20% off.
Right.
As a down payment.
And then they also service your shares. So, like, if you need them sharpened, they come, they pick it up, they give you they give you a loaner while yours is getting serviced, and then they drop it back off to you. So it is a good investment, because you're not going to get that with a cheap pair of shares.
0% as well.
Right.
No credit check.
No credit. That's important. That's important. Yeah. So look at Sam is almost done. So pretty.
I don't think I saw. Did you see her?
I didn't see her using brush.
Yeah.
No, she did. She was using the brush, because I see the curls at the end.
Yeah.
So she was using a round brush.
I was about to say she did that all.
But that was fast. Yeah, that was fast.
That's funny. That'd be something else. Samantha Freehand.
So you're gonna also showcase after she's done. You're gonna cut somebody's hair too. What was your hardest cut to learn in barber school?
The hardest cut to learn. I learned how to cut hair when I was 14, but the hardest one, when I was 14, I was just doing the highest one. It was number 4, and everything that was skin fade, whatever, the blowout. But when I came to barber school, I have no clue how to use scissors.
Okay.
I have no clue. So I got one of my neighbors. He asked me the first day I took my scissor class, he asked me to cut his hair, and I was like, oh yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the master, scissor. I got you. Oh my God. He didn't talk to me for a year and a half.
Oh my God. You messed up his hair?
Badly. Bad.
You must have. If he didn't talk to you for a year and a half, you must have messed it up bad.
He wasn't my neighbor, so he rather go around my house
than to talk to you.
Run through my house for he to avoid seeing me. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, that's funny. I guess we all have those stories. Where we messed up somebody's hair.
Even though I messed it up, I loved him. It was a challenge for me. I never did it before. I did that. I took it as an experience. I learned from him.
Right.
I love it.
Well, you learn from your mistakes. Yeah. You always learn. I mean, I just had one actually yesterday. I was shaping up my son's hair because Lou was busy, so I started to shape him up. It was fine. It's fine on one side. It looked nice, actually. He was happy with it. And then I just did one side because we were leaving the shop. We were rushing to leave the shop. So I did one side, right?
Oh my
I
God.
started that side with the Slimline Pro. The little slim lines, the little Andes.
The silver one?
The silver one, right? So you know that you can get in the corners easily because it's small. But then when I got home, I'm like, you know what? Let me use my T-liners, my Andes T-liners. So then I went and I did the other side, and I went back I pushed his line back too far. So then I had to push the other side back.
I feel sorry for him.
That's what usually happens. Yep.
And he's like, when we were finished, by the time we were finished, I was crying. I was crying because I was so upset that I missed his hair. He's like, Ma, how am I going to go to school like this? But, you know, we all have those stories. It's a learning experience. You're not going to be perfect when you start. You know, you're going to make mistakes. So we all...
Don't give up.
No, I'm not. I mean, he'll be fine. The hair will grow.
Let me tell you something. Can I say that? It's happened to him when he first started. It's happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
It happens to all of us.
It happens to all of us. You know, nobody picks up, you know, a pair of shears or picks up a clipper and just instantly starts doing great haircuts. So it's just a matter of practice. Practice makes improvement, and like you said, learn from your mistakes.
Right. That was a huge mistake, but I definitely learned from it. And then when you start a job with one tool, just finish it with the same tool. Like, you know, don't try to be fancy.
She's learning.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
So my question to you, how long have you been cutting hair? So you said 14?
Since he was
you
14.
want to know my age?
He's gonna, yeah.
14.
Basically, that's what he's asking you. That's what he's asking you.
Be almost 23 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's experience.
Yeah,
He's a
23
veteran.
years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
And you haven't stopped, so you love cutting hair.
I love cutting hair, yes. You know, that's what I live for. But I'm tired, I'm burned out.
Yeah. How is the barber industry in North Carolina? What are they charging for a haircut?
For haircuts?
Yeah, like what do they start off at for men's haircut?
I think the cheapest one is like $12.
So okay, so it's
yeah, it's
cheap.
similar, but you know, it's similar about over here in New York.
Okay. Yeah, well I know in New York some barbershops.
My price is like 25 and up.
Right. Oh, in North Carolina.
Yeah, my price.
Oh, that's
my
good. That's good because that's like here. The prices are, and people pay it no problem.
Yeah, if they don't have $25 or more, you know,
They don't get a haircut.
They just might as well do a about face and just keep going.
If you can't afford it, then don't come.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I don't share for what I do. I share for what I know.
Right.
So.
Well, here's the difference. The difference is that he has the experience. Okay, so you have to put value on the experience. $12 haircuts most likely are going to be
for students.
For people that are just starting out. So you kind of get what you pay for. You know what I mean? I always look at it as you get what you pay for. So if you're gonna look for a $8.99 haircut, $10 haircut, you're gonna get $10 results.
Right.
You go for something that's $25, $30, you're gonna get higher quality results, and that's what you're getting when you go to see him.
Right.
And that's the difference.
And I'm sorry, but me personally, I don't feel that a haircut should be any less than $20.
For real.
Because it takes more than if let's say a haircut takes at least a half hour, right? So why should it be less than $1 a minute?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, there have been a lot of immigrants that have come from other countries, and they've watered down haircutting, especially here in New York. A lot of, I would say, a lot of Russians in particular, where they're advertising $5.99 haircuts. But you get you go for a $5.99 haircut, and literally they cannot spend more than 10 minutes on you because they have to get you in and out.
Right.
So you're gonna get a quick buzz cut, and
that's it.
They don't use no razor. They don't do no products. You know, just a haircut.
So it's a factory. You know what I mean? You got to get them in and out if you want to make some money. So you know what I mean? A lot of times you're left with hair that's little long stubbles, pieces of hair
hanging on their ears.
You're hanging on their ears. You know, so like you pay for what you get.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't think that a haircut should be $5.99. There's no reason for that. But and I guess when it comes to prices, like I've speak to a lot of barbers here on the show, and they basically say your price is your price. Is what you feel that you're worth.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but I think there's a delicate balance between the price and what you feel like you're worth. Also, it's the demographic of where you're located. Because I mean, if you're in a rich area, of course, maybe you can charge $50.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yes.
So you got to know where you kind of see fit and not overprice yourself as well.
Right.
So it's an interesting, delicate balance there. Now, a question that I have for you is the shirt that you have on here, an amazing looking shirt. I mean, it looks like it has all the countries from South America. I see Japan there. What's going on with this?
Actually, this is a shirt from the Boxing Tonight sponsoring.
Okay.
Which has my logo on the back. I don't know if you can see over there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, actually, it's a boxing team in the city where I'm from Puerto Rico, Lares. My boy, he's doing an amazing work with the guys over there. He's keeping out of trouble. He's coaching it for free, so I'm putting money on it.
Very nice. Yeah, an area that I know of in Puerto Rico that has been suffering, especially since the storm.
Yes.
And even before that, there's a lot of people that are leaving that area. So
yes,
the fact that you're helping out is really, really great.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Laudez, you said that, right? That's the area?
Yeah, Laudez, yes. Yeah, I got to look out for my people out there.
Oh, that's good. That's very, very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I have somebody when I was growing up doing what I'm doing with them right now. I mean, I didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's always the key. You want to give back.
Give back, yeah.
Give back and for what you didn't have. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like that. Not too many people are like that. So there's some that are and some that aren't. And the fact that he's doing that is really commendable. That's a very nice thing, man. I mean, there's people that have been donating, also. I know that area is known for ice cream, right?
Yes.
It was known for its ice cream, but they've lost a lot of population there. What's going on over there in Laudez?
I mean, I don't really know because I barely go over there. I don't know. But I think on the ice cream, like you said, they sold the franchise to somebody else, and they changed the recipe. That's why it kind of collapsed.
Interesting. Yeah, that's too bad. And then you get the hurricane that came through just to make everything worse.
That was terrible.
Two of them
back to
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's very, really sad. I mean, salute to the people out in Puerto Rico. Que viva Puerto Rico, right?
Que viva Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, Cuba, el Caribe completo.
That is true. So, it's
we can't be a Spanglish, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I know, that's true.
No, I'm sure there are a lot of people that watch us from all over. So, have you been able to maybe sponsor somebody in Puerto Rico so that they can pick up barbering?
I'm trying to, but the guys over there, they want to be sponsored by somebody which already has a name on it. Somebody bigger than, like a big company. They don't want to start from scratch.
Okay.
They want somebody like Paul Mitchell or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's tricky there.
They want to live the movie. They want to. Basically,
they want to go.
You
can't start off living the movie.
That's what they want. They want to go with the big one, right now, Elegant.
Okay.
Just because they got
the name right now. Yeah.
That's what they want to go with.
Okay.
But they don't see that the elegance, barbers are, they're in a class of their own also, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, they had to work there because A-Rod is originally he came from Puerto Rico, then he was it Texas?
El Paso, yeah.
Right? And then now he's in LA. So it was a process to get to where he is too. So, we have to work so that people can notice you. And then that's when you get the big companies to look at you. You can't just start out that way. I mean, you start on the ScissorSalute Show, then you, as a guest, then you start hosting.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. Another question that I have for you. All right, so you lived in Puerto Rico. Okay, you started in Puerto Rico. You moved to North Carolina, right? Or no?
To New York.
To New York first, and then North Carolina. And the reason why you've stayed in North Carolina so you're having a little bit difficulty in North Carolina finding good quality help, right?
Yes.
Would you be opposed to possibly moving somewhere else in the future?
I mean, I don't close.
Maybe Florida, Texas.
I live in Florida before. It's too hot over there for me.
Florida's
a nice
hotter than Puerto Rico?
Well,
it's two different type of hot.
Florida's dry hot, right?
Dry, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too hot out there. I like the cold weather.
Because I'm a true believer that, if things aren't working out in a certain demographic or a different area, maybe you can look somewhere else.
No, I'm gonna give 2 more years on the shop because I'm focused on the brand that I have right now. If I don't make it, if I don't build a team, what I want in my barbershop, I just sell the shop or close it. Because there's more ways to make money than because behind the chair. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm going for. I'm doing, product. Actually, I got a product dropping in my shop today. I'm not even there. Some merchandise, and I got another one tomorrow.
Interesting.
What product is that?
I got some necklace with the old school clippers. Got barber poles, king chain barber pole, like these.
Oh, nice.
I got necklaces with these as well. I got for the cosmetology, blow dryers, combs. I got a lot of stuff.
Diversity is the key.
Yeah. You keep your hands in everything.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't afraid to make that jump, to take that step forward. I'd rather be a fail than say,
trying,
what
right?
about if? I don't want to be the person saying, what about if?
That's the way to be.
Good advice. Yep.
No, that's the key to life. I mean, if you want to move forward, you got to make the move, because if you don't, then you'll always live in regret, and you'll say, "Damn, if I would have done this, maybe I could have done this." You know, so just give it a shot. If it doesn't kill you, it's worth taking the shot. You know, I mean, obviously you have to do it in a way that's not gonna bankrupt you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But why not? You know, you want to come out with a shirt, you want to come out with something, give it a shot, see how it goes. You got nothing to lose except for some money, maybe. But I truly believe that if you have the will to succeed, you will succeed.
Yes,
You know,
definitely.
it's a matter of attitude. You know, and you get what you put in. So if you come out with a product and you don't give it, the worth, and you don't push it, or you don't give it like the value that it should, he has a good Instagram following. I'm sure he's putting his stuff on Instagram, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
And you just come out with a product and you just leave. You expect something to happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, you have to promote it. You have to promote it yourself. Like myself.
There you go.
If I don't promote it, nobody can do it for me.
Right. Nobody's gonna promote you like you.
That's the case. Yeah. Very, very nicely said. So now, do you want to take the time out to talk to people, Spanish-speaking people at this time?
Yeah, why
Maybe
not?
Say a few words to the people that speak Spanish.
Yes, seguro, claro que sí.
Yo que hablo medio inglés, español, tú
Yo
sabes.
medio machucado.
Tú también. Yeah, that's
No,
so
yo
funny.
no, yo lo hablo.
Pero puede coger un momento y hablar la gente que hablan español.
¿Qué le decimos? ¿A los barberos? ¿A la gente de Puerto Rico?
Pues todo el mundo, los que están...
Los seguidores que no hablan inglés.
Sí.
Bueno, para los que no hablan inglés, aquí les voy a hablar un mensaje en español. Si son barberos, con metodología, lo que sea, cosmetóloga, ¿cómo le llamas? Hairdresser, cosmetóloga.
Yeah.
Cosmetóloga, barberos, y que...
Estilista.
Estilista o maquillista, ¿qué más? Masajista, y quieren como una compañía que los firme o algo, y nos sigan adelante con su trabajo, pues, y nos publiquen muchas fotos de su trabajo con el producto que quieren que lo firma, y no dejen que nadie le diga que no lo van a hacer, porque el único que puede decirle eso es ustedes mismos.
Y
Ustedes,
Dios.
o sea, las barreras las ponen ustedes mismos, no las pone nadie. Los haters, eso te dan comida.
Eso sí es verdad. Y siempre para adelante, ¿verdad?
Para adelante.
Para adelante.
Con Dios para adelante.
That's true, man. No, it's true. A big problem that there is out there is
The
people,
haters. The haters.
Yep, people that hurt them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've even I put out videos on YouTube, and I see people writing stuff like, damn, y eso duele, Pero you know what? Tiene que tener la fuerza y
Hablan de los famosos, de los actores, de los jugadores, que hablan de nosotros no es nada. Hablaron de Dios,
eso sí.
que hablan de nosotros, que no somos nadie, está bien.
Y esa es la actitud que tiene que tener, to be successful. So, gracias.
Obviously I haven't gotten that yet because I'm just starting out. But I'm sensitive, so I'm like, I hope I can handle it.
No, don't let the hate take over you. Take over the hate. Take the hate for you to step forward, for you to step on it. Take it as an appetizer.
As an appetizer?
Yeah.
So, ella es nueva. She just started cutting hair.
Okay.
There's going to be people that you may cut one time and they never want to go to you again. And they're going to be sitting there and they're like, nope, I'm not waiting for her. And you have to be strong enough to say, you know what, that's okay. I'll take the next person.
Por uno que se va, vienen 10.
Sí, eso sí es verdad.
I believe that too, actually.
Yeah.
I always say that, for a client that leaves, you always get 2 more.
Yeah.
But
10, get 10.
10?
10.
Yes, all right,
Yeah.
fine. Bring the 10. The more the merrier, right? That is too funny, but yeah, that's the main thing. You have to be relentless and put that. It's almost like a little armor. Be strong and say, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Because inside you'll be sad. and it can hurt you a little bit. And especially you could be a little more emotional than I am. Right?
Yeah.
But
obviously.
But la fuerza, you gotta be strong and know that you'll be better. There you go. You can do that too.
Yeah. Oh, look at Sam. Now Sam's in. Are you getting a haircut, Sam?
Done. She's done.
She's ready for you, Kel. She's waiting for you.
You waiting for me? I'll be there in a minute. Voy para allá en un minuto.
Oh, mira la cara.
That's too funny.
Oh.
So mira, antes que te vaya, is he gonna? He's going over there.
Yeah, he's gonna showcase.
So antes que te vaya, let the people know how they can, cómo te pueden encontrar, how can they find you, if they wanted to seek you out.
How they can find email. El mismo Instagram, solo kelscaesar@gmail.com. Me pueden mandar un DM, un message on Facebook. What else? Twitter. All my social media is the same thing.
Y la señora que te trajiste con tú.
One of them is my mom, and the other one was my aunt.
Very nice.
My mom, she's been here the year before, but my aunt is the first time, and she's just loving it.
Ella vino de Puerto Rico también.
Yeah, she came from Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. She came to visit you?
No, she came. Actually, my sister was getting surgery, so she came with my mom to help my mom, taking care of my nephews.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. It's always good to have family.
Absolutely. Family is very important, especially for the support
when
you need it.
They asked me if they could come over. Like, let's go.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
All right.
So I guess they're ready for me.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. I
Let's
think
go
they're
see
ready
your
for you.
showcase.
All right.
Okay.
Buena
Buena
suerte.
suerte. That's what they say, right? Buena suerte. Go get him. He doesn't need it. He's a veteran. That's too funny.
I got one of these for y'all.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Do I slide over? Slide over. Oh man. All right. I'm back over here. All right. How you feeling? All right? You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling
Oh,
ready to
man.
watch Kel's cut.
Yeah. I want to talk about something. Talk to
My
me.
throat is bothering me today,
Oh.
and I just realized that I keep drinking while we're on camera, and I just want to apologize to the viewers because that is very ratchet. I'm sorry, but my throat is bothering me, so that's why I keep drinking my Dunkin's own nuts.
That's okay. That's all right. Listen, it's okay. I forgive you.
Thank you. We're live.
How's that?
We make those
How's
mistakes.
that? All right, so real quick, I want to share with you something. I want to share with you an event that's going to be coming up April 21st and 22nd, guys. That's going to be the Connecticut Barber Expo.
You going?
Yes, I will be there. Are you going?
I don't know.
You better be there. I got to see you.
I don't
and
know
you got to make
because
sure you get your tickets
You know
before
what?
the 21st.
It's a weekend, right?
It is.
It's a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
and
Is
a
the pre-party.
Sunday.
Yep, and Sunday is the actual event. But definitely, I would recommend you come and check it out. If you've never been there, have you ever been there?
No, I've never gone to any. I was gonna go to IBS, and I didn't go to that. I've never gone to any show, so if I do go to Connecticut Barber Expo, it will be my first
All
show.
right. Well, I would highly recommend it. It's the Super Bowl of all barber expos. I mean, you're going to see the best talent in the world. I mean, there's people coming from all over the world. They're not just coming local. They're coming. I mean, Jay Majors is actually flying somebody in from the Netherlands, I believe.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, there's going to be a lot of people there. Thank you very much. Thank you. There you go. I can give you that. So, guys, please don't miss that. It's the Connecticut Barber Expo. The pre-party is April 21st, and the actual Barber Expo is the 22nd. So I hope to see you guys there. I will be there with all my barber apparel, my barber hats, my barber shirts. I will be there live with my
Houdini does
Vigorous
it
Pro
all,
team.
really. Like, I can't wait
Yep,
to
so I
start branding because I'm definitely
And
going to
listen,
give you a call so you can help me out with it.
Actually, I will help you. Anything you need help with, I will help. I love to help people, so that's a great thing. So I look forward to seeing all you guys there. Once again, it is April 21st is the pre-party, so if you want to come the night before.
Okay.
you
So
can
what
stay
is
over
that,
my
though?
hotel.
Okay, cool. So what is that, the pre-party? What?
Well, the pre-party is just an event that they host. It's pretty much a collaboration where everybody, barbers and stylists, it's like an event for basically for people to party, and just kind of socialize and interact and just have a great time, And then the 22nd is just the event. You're gonna see, the battle. You're gonna see, there's a lot of different categories of fading. They're going to be there, designs. You're going to see all kinds of categories. And there's going to be all kinds of vendors, and I'll be one of the vendors that's going to be there.
Yeah.
Along with my Babyless Pro crew.
Okay, so
that
you'll
will
be there with
Yep.
Babyless,
Sophie
okay.
will be there. Los Cut will be there. Vandigo, I know, will be there. Al Uppercut will be there. I mean, the best of the business is going to be there. So, I mean, I look forward to being there.
Yeah, those are all huge
You better
things.
make sure you make it.
Okay, I'll try.
No, I'm trying. You're trying. You got to come. You can't
know
miss
what?
that. You can't miss it.
Since I'm just starting to work,
Right.
I don't want to miss any days now. I feel like I just can't take any days off right now.
Well, listen, if there's a day that you could miss, it's this day. Because
Okay.
I'm telling you, you're going to be inspired by everything that you see. I'm telling you, when the best of the business are in one building, it's nothing you could ever, you just can't.
And I saw he had just posted, Jay Majors had just posted something on his Instagram where Rick Ross is coming out with a beard product. And he'll be one of the vendors there, Rick Ross, the rapper, because he has that big beard.
Ricky Rose?
Yeah, so now he's coming out with a beard product too.
Interesting. I mean, there's a lot of companies that are going to be there. I mean, that's just one of many. I mean, yes, he's a big name,
Yeah.
Ricky Rose, but you're going to have a lot of other great vendors out there selling beard products. Maestros will be there. I'm sure Gibbs will be there. So there's going to be a lot of great, beard vendors that are going to be there as well. In fact, Layrite just came out with a beard conditioning agent. Also, they'll be there.
Speaking of beards, though,
Okay.
what do you use in yours? Because it's like so shiny and
moisturized. That is so
I'm
funny.
looking at it like.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I do like to use oils. There's a product by Gibbs that I do use. It's a little skull and it has a top hat. That's an oil.
Oh.
But I also use a balm as
I've
well.
seen it.
You've seen it before, and it
Yeah.
smells really, really good. And then there's also a balm. But you have to have a boar head bristle brush in order to lay this down nicely as well. So.
But it looks so shiny, like you do something
Well, that's
else
the shine.
with it.
You know,
That's
a
just that
conditioning
natural
agent.
glow.
Well, you have to use. I mean, I specifically use a beard shampoo and a beard conditioner. Perfectly balanced. It's a pH balanced for a coarse hair like this. So if you're trying to use, Head and Shoulders on your beard, and
It's not going to do the same job.
it's looking all, dry, then that's one of the reasons why. I try to take care of my beard.
You do.
I try very hard.
You
It's
do-
not the
you do
best
a
it can
good
be
job.
right now.
No, you do a
but-
good job.
But
Really nice.
I do put in the effort. So if you put a little effort in, you're gonna get good results. I always believe that.
So you have to use the right products, basically, because I see people throwing like hair grease on it, and it's not the same, right?
Well, you got to know where the level of beard is, okay? If it's really a long beard, you're not going to see me using any beard balm. Balm is a little bit heavier. You're going to see me just use oils.
It's like pasty, right?
Pasty. It's almost like a kind of a pomade based, like a little heavier like that. And, that's not, you have to know exactly where you are with your beard. The Art of Shaving just came out with a stubble, it's a stubble balm. That when you're just starting to grow out the balm, or your stubble,
Oh,
it helps
we have
you
a call
maintain it.
coming in. Is this
Who do we have?
Adi?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
ScissorSalute. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you for calling us. How you doing, Adi?
Pretty good.
Thank you for joining us. I know you have a couple of things to share with us today, so go right ahead.
How you guys doing today?
We're good. Having a good time. Oh, okay. We can see you now. Can you see us?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
He's live on Skype.
Oh, we can see you.
We can see you with your hat backwards. Looks good.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Big. Oh. Did we lose
Did it
him?
work?
He didn't want to see me.
Well, we can still hear you.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, so we understand you have some things to share with us tonight.
Yeah, just pretty much wanted to come out and, give you guys scissor salute.
ScissorSalute. Did you cut the camera off? We can't see you anymore.
Trying to work it.
Okay.
I'm not really familiar with this.
Okay. We'll be patient, but you just go ahead and talk to us.
One second.
We can hear you fine. Oh, there you go. We can see you now.
He's back. Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
right, so you have something important to share with us tonight. What's going on?
Hello?
Are you having problems hearing us? Adi? He can't hear us.
All right, so live on the cut cam right now is Kel's scissor hands. He's working his scissor hand with a clipper. So it looks like he's doing he's fading on the side. He's starting his foundation there, and it looks like he's using a Wall Magic clipper.
Yeah, that's
cordless.
actually one of my favorites because it's so easy to use.
You know, I've never used that clipper ever.
No?
Never. I'm a Babyless Pro, like specifically.
I heard they have some good machines. I haven't used any yet.
Yeah, you know, I'm curious to know what I did use the Wall Senior back in the past, and I got good results from it. But now working for a Babyless Pro is just
okay. That's
tough.
Adi calling us back. ScissorSalute.
Hey, sorry about that. I was
Okay,
having
can you
problems
hear
with
us now,
the-
Adi? This is Yvette talking to you from the ScissorSalute Show. Can you
Oh,
hear
okay.
us? So me and Harry are here. I don't know. We couldn't hear you. Well, you couldn't hear us before. So can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. So you have something to share with us tonight?
Yeah, I was just overhearing over the last person that was speaking, and how how sometimes it's kind of hard to find good barbers out there to work in your shop. I kind of just wanted to jump in on that, and sometimes you kind of have to just build that barber to just bring up. You have some barbers and stylists that you have to give them a push in order for them to find their skills set, or you have to kind of like motivate them to become something greater than what they are. In most cases, you have some barbers actually don't see themselves doing platform work or educational work. You have some barbers that just pretty much want to make an income and live day by day, which is not a problem, but the passion's not there.
Right. They just want to make quick, easy money.
Yeah, and then as a barber owner, I think that it's his responsibility to keep the flame on in the shop. Each barber is your own asset. They bring income into your shop, and I think that instead of looking for someone that has skills or have a good they're good with their craft, they're a little bit more difficult to work with, because barbers and stylists that have a good set of skill set, they have their own set of goals. So you kind of pretty much have to find somebody that really wants to work with you, along with you working with their own goals. And for the most time, it always clashes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So we have Adi joining us from the Villains Barbershop located in Los Angeles, California. So he's coming from a perspective as an owner and just sharing what his experience has been. And would you say that people, barbers that come into the shop, maybe are not interested in working so much as a team, but just looking to make a little extra money and then just, leave at the end of the day? They're not really concerned about working as a team and building a brand in the barbershop and making the barbershop better.
Yeah. I think that the barber industry has subconsciously built that on other barbers. You have barber battles happening before hair shows, before educational shows, and it kind of makes every barber kind of want to battle against each other, thinking that there's only one good person out there in the city or state or the U.S. in a sense. And then you have companies that want to sponsor, quote unquote, like the best. So it kind of throws off the whole unison kind of atmosphere. So when you work in a shop, it's like everybody pretty much is out on their own, or
they're competing.
It's a mindset that they want to be on their own. So I think that that has a lot to do with it. But it all starts in your shop. With the barber owner. Somebody has to be a leader there, and I think as you grow with your own barbers, you kind of like narrow them to a way where the correct way to grow in a sense, or kind of just work with their goals and dreams as a barber.
That's great advice.
See, but I think that has to what he said is definitely great, and it's correct. But I think something that would help is when you find them, try to figure out where they are, where they stand basically, because you can sense that. I mean, I think that's if you're trying to train somebody and you see that they don't have any motivation, I think it's not worth really investing your time into them.
True.
Yeah, definitely.
But you have to be able to sense that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because then you're wasting your time.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I think may happen too, and this is just from in my opinion, when barbers have been cutting for a long time and they kind of already have their own way of doing things, it's hard to try and change their perspective on what it should be or what it could be. They may be just comfortable with making a few dollars here, but not really trying to, continue to educate themselves and getting better at shear cutting or doing other things because they feel like they've been doing just fine with what they know.
Yeah. And then also, if I may add, there's another thing that barber owners want for the best. Sometimes the best doesn't really work for your barbershops. Maybe, most barbers lack in customer service. And that's something that, that it's not really something that barber owners don't even look for. Somebody that can actually speak to clients, greet clients in. And, that's another thing. You don't learn that in the barber industry. For most barbers, that's the first job they've ever had.
Right.
How many barbers are working over at Villains?
At the moment, we have 9 barbers.
9 barbers. Wow,
that's a big shop.
That's a lot, and that's a lot of different personalities. Now, what would you say the energy's like in your barbershop?
It's a pretty fun atmosphere for the most part. Everybody has different styles. Everybody has their own clientele. For the most part, the shop is open 7 days a week, so we never close. And every barber has their own time of what time they come into work. So for the most part, if you work 7 days a week, you're eligible to take care of your own clientele plus any walk-in clients.
Okay. How's the energy amongst all the barbers? Because that's very important as well.
Oh, it's good. I mean, the energy sometimes may change from time to time depending on situations, but for the most part, everybody has a go-getting energy mindset that everybody always pretty much wants to make more money, build more clientele, and work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's very important. The fact that they're all in sync on that aspect.
Yeah.
Because if you got somebody that's lazy, that's just chilling out, hanging out, they're there just to kind of pass time, then that's rotten.
Yeah.
And if you have somebody that's rotten like that, it might kind of brush off a little bit.
On everybody else, yeah, that's true.
So
there's a lot of roasting going around in the shop. So if a barber doesn't come in time or he starts to build up a reputation of being late, we kind of roast them on that as well. Even now, taking extra lunchtime. So you always hear jokes going around about that. So you don't want to be the one being roasted. So everybody just tries their way to be on time to the shop and try to be available for any walk-ins if you do have time for walk-ins.
That's awesome.
How many hours do you need for barbering in LA, in California?
In the barber school?
Yeah.
It's 1,500.
Oh, it's 1,500. New York has the least amount of hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hours.
I'm gonna start sending people to New York.
That is so funny. But now, do you find that people that come out of that barber school come out ready to cut, and their techniques are good, or do you feel like they still need help after they come out of barber school, after having 1,500 hours?
I've been of educational classes on several schools in the Los Angeles area, And you have some schools that do not teach you how to cut hair. They just pretty much teach you for what you gotta learn on to take your barber test.
Right.
And there are some other schools that do teach you how to cut hair, plus how to get ready for your state board test. But the difference is the price range from what one school offers and the other school offers.
Interesting.
Right.
So it's all about price. Price
Yeah,
makes
we
the
were
difference.
talking about that earlier too. Is that they really don't prepare you for anything else except the state board. So you learn most of what you learn in the shop watching other people cut hair.
Yeah, or you go to educational seminars. That's something that doesn't for.
Like classes, yeah, like advanced classes.
Do you teach as well?
Yes, I do. I had a class 2 weeks ago. It was pretty awesome. We had a lot of people show up from in and out of California.
Nice. And what did you cover in the class?
We covered advanced fading techniques, shear work, hairstyle. We also covered social media, how to build clientele, and we also had a special guest barber that taught you how to build celebrity clientele if you're into that type of that part of the industry as well.
Okay. Yeah, social media is such a huge part of advertising nowadays. Can you give anybody any advice on how to run their social media?
Definitely. I say, watch very closely on what repost pages do. What times do they get on? Your favorite barber on Instagram, wherever you find an inspiration on, go click on their notification and keep track of what times do they go in and what times they get off, what times do they post, and notice on how many likes and views they get on that. And and now I'm not really saying that as far as for you to reach fame. I think it's important that you use your social media to get more clientele and more money in your pocket.
Right.
Very nicely said.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people don't think about. Is how properly you got to use your social media, because that's pretty much your work,
It's
your
your
resume
portfolio, yeah.
that you go and present. And you never know who's watching your work on Instagram. It could be anybody, and that's a potential client that's just been watching your work grow until they eventually, you post something the correct way in order for them to feel that they want to come and finally get a haircut by you.
And
Social media has helped me so much. I had clients come from out of the United States for a haircut, and
Wow.
as crazy as that sounds, they tell you, "Oh, I'm going to go and make my appointment with you. I had two guys from London, and they said, "Oh, you know what? We have an event out in Los Angeles, but we want to make our haircut the main priority, which why we want to come down." So they make it a trip out of it. And just knowing that you have some people from outside of the United States or even outside of the area to go get a haircut by you, it's really a warm feeling, and it makes you really feel proud, because your work, your marketing techniques on Instagram or social media in general, YouTube, Facebook, has worked. So it's just showing you that you have a more higher reach for a clientele.
Right. That's awesome. So, you said you have 9 barbers in the shop. Are you looking for any more?
Yeah, we always have room to grow. Some barbers have their, plans change sometimes, and either they want to keep growing and go somewhere else, or they want to stay. But we always try to find the time of when we need somebody to come in to be in the shop. As far as some barbers that do have clientele, and they don't make it a shop at a certain time where there's walk-ins. So, we always have room to grow. We could always build a new barbershop depending on how well we do. I'm sorry.
How many open chairs do you have?
In total, we have 12 chairs. So
Oh, wow. I have a big shop.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Do you use a booking app for your appointments, or do you kind of just take them and everybody manages their own clients?
I strictly go by appointment system, so I use StyleSeat
Okay.
for my appointments. It's not really known for barbering; it's more for Cosmo.
Right.
But I really like their platform and how you use their booking system. It's very easy to use, and I like the fact that it's prepaid, so you get to prepay your appointment. And that's something that I was big upon. I know that other appointment systems don't allow you to prepay your haircut, so anybody could just book at any time and without a pay. So you want to secure your income when the time comes.
Right, and even if they don't show, I hear that StyleSeat will still take the cost for the service, right?
Yes, you get to click on how much you want off, 50 or 100%.
Okay. And how do you treat your no call, no shows?
I go by 50%.
Okay.
But I could always change it, depending if it's a brand new customer or or a repeated client. You want to make sure that communication is first, obviously, and if your customer is not communicating with you, and I will determine whether it'll be a 50% or 25% of a charge. And I think that's communication is key.
Right.
It's, depending on that, whether to say, okay, well, if it's my regular, and sometimes situations happen where there's traffic, or for instance, if it's a new client and you've never seen that person and it was a no call, no show, that's something you gotta look at.
Right. Okay. Well, before we let you go, what is the best way for people to reach you if they're interested in making an appointment or coming by the shop? What's the best way to reach you?
It'll be have appointment system clicked on my bio. You can also just DM me. Easy to reach, and aside from that, it will be my email address that I have connected to my Instagram as well.
Okay, and what is your Instagram?
It's Odysseus. It's spelled ODYZZEUZ.
Okay, great.
Oh, so it's Odie.
Yeah.
I was saying Adi.
Adi, yeah.
He's got 44,000 followers. He's got a lot of followers, man.
Adi, you lit.
Yes. Odie. So we'll get that straight. That is too funny.
I've heard many different ways
And
of
that's funny.
people.
So you can actually even book him off his Instagram if you wanted to. He has the link right there for StyleSeat.
Okay.
So people can book a service from you right off of your Instagram, correct?
Exactly. I think that it's important for you to have your services or as easy as possible for clients. Even though you could make it the most easiest way, you have to find a way that's more welcoming in a sense for customers to make it more easier to book for you. With you, you could tell a customer, come and book with me as much as you want, and they will not come until you just make it as easy as possible for them to just click on the link and make it work.
All right, Odie, before you go, I'm very curious to know, because you have on here house calls. How do you go about charging for your house calls?
For house calls, depending on the area, don't charge nothing 200. The reason why is because, I estimate how much money I'll probably be losing in the shop as far as how many people I book for a certain time and hour. So my appointments go by 45 to an hour. So if I go out and do a house call, I pretty much almost lose 4 hours in total, which would be the driving back and forth, setting up the haircut, and also depending on how many people I'm cutting. So, it's gonna be worth the time and the effort for you to go out and do a house call.
Odie, you cut out, what was the price that he charges?
200.
200. Okay, so that seems
for
like,
house call.
Right. So it would be worth it. All right. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. We wish you the best of success, and really do thank you for calling. I just started following you on Instagram, so you have a follower from me, which is great. And I look forward to, following you and just watching your journey.
Yes, definitely. And I'll try to plan a date where I could go to your show live in person to New York and give a little demonstration of my work.
That would be great. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Adi, and good luck.
Odie.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
ScissorSalute.
ScissorSalute.
ScissorSalute. Okay.
All
We
right.
have joining us.
All right.
my
It's
girl.
funny. I feel like this is a
reunion. Yeah.
Because the same people were on the show.
Yeah.
Because also, who's cutting? My man here.
Kels, was he here the last time?
The same exact show is happening.
Well, you know what? Then I didn't come to that show because I never met him. But the first time I ever hosted the show, I was ever on the show, you were on the show. We met that very first day.
It's true. There's so many things.
Nice. So good.
I keep rolling in this chair because my feet don't touch the floor. You guys can't see that.
I'll hold on to you.
Someone hold me down.
And Houdini,
literally.
Houdini was here that day too.
Someone please hold me down.
That's too funny.
But what you been up to?
I've been working so much, you know me. So, I still do my clients and, I have my little studio and stuff that I love. But I have been very lucky to finally find a salon environment where I feel like I can flourish as not only an artist, but also really give my clients a nicer experience,
So you're no longer at the barbershop?
Not necessarily, you know what I mean? I look at that like a private space where I can work and like make whatever I want to make. Right. And, I do a lot of my family there, my friends, people that I don't charge a lot, people that I've known for a long time. Clients I've known for a long time, it's not like I'm going to say, no, I'll never, let you come there. But I'm happy to be able to offer an alternative option. Like, you can go into this space and you can get your nails done. Not that I do any of that, but you can get your nails done. There's a Medi Spa. It's a beautiful,
it's high-end.
Yeah, it's beautiful, so it's a different experience. But what resonated with me was that it followed the same concept as what I do now, which is like I'm taking the client from start to finish. Like, it's not going from a shampoo person to your colorist to your stylist, and so on. It's like me taking you from start to finish. Yeah, the chairs actually turn around. So like in front of you is your mirror, the sink. So then your chair turns around and the client will lay back into the sink. So it's
so
super
the sink
comfortable.
Is at
it's
your
right
station?
in front of you. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's beautiful. I love it, and I was really happy to meet Joel Warren and like be a part of the team, and it's going well. I can't complain.
Now, how did you find them, or did they find you?
They found me in a strange way. Like, a friend of mine was going to be working there, and I went with her on her interview, and I met Joel in person, and the model that I brought for that stylist was wearing my extensions, and she had her hair up like in a top ponytail. She was wearing tape and extensions. So he looked at it and he's like, that's extensions? And then he's like, why don't you work at my salon? So obviously I said what anyone would say. I said, you don't want me to work at your salon.
Why would you
obviously,
say that?
I don't know. So after that, it was just, I don't think anyone's ever responded to him like that before. So it worked out. Everything was fine.
All right.
So we're just going to leave that where it is.
ScissorSalute to that.
Thank you, exactly. But congratulations to you.
Thank you.
That's the most exciting thing.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm so happy
It
for
is.
you.
I'm ready for my journey.
Yeah.
So how's it been? How long have you been there?
I've been there. Well, the salon just opened. So they have...
look at that color. Oh, my God,
thank
that's
you.
Beautiful.
I see. I don't know if we were I don't know if we're on the camera. I don't know what's happening with me.
Your styles are on
thank you. Oh, that bun is from... That's from Vogue Knitting Live.
But look at that color. Yeah, that's the preview.
Okay, the red is the live.
The color is what's on right now.
Thank you.
How did you do that with all those different colors?
What I use... Okay, so honestly, at this point, I know a lot of people really like Pravana and this and that, but I'm on the Pulp Riot train. I love it.
So for people who are not right, so what is Pravana?
Pravana and these different companies make direct pigments. They make direct dyes, so there's no developer. You have to pre-lighten the hair. That's tape and extensions. But you have to pre-lighten the hair, and then it deposits pure pigment. So I've switched to Pulp Riot. I love them. They're vegetable-based, or vegan, whatever. Not tested on animals, all that. But what I find is that the colors don't necessarily bleed into each other as much as with other lines, so I really like it. I also try to put a bond enforcer in anytime I do a fashion color because it just helps it to last. And then with the model that you saw today, what I try to do with my fashion colors is formulate for the fade out, so that when it fades, they still have an attractive tone that they're like proud to still wear. So there's really no before and after. It should all just be good.
Okay.
You know, like you should still look good even when you come in next time. You know, so yeah, that was that. And how I made that, just with different sectioning and, you know, different mixing of colors. I never really just use the direct dyes out of the tube. I mix them all, you know, and that's how you prevent it from fading bad. Like, I add complementary colors. I mix colors that you wouldn't think go in there. Like with the model out there, she had like a peachy.
Her hair is beautiful too. That color. So
thanks. But her pink has like coral and purple in it. You know, because that's what it needed. You know, so. But
so you mix them. You're like a mixologist.
Yeah.
You're a chemist.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So Kels he's finishing up that haircut. Oh,
Kels is amazing. He's so amazing at barbering. I love it.
Jason.
Look at me smiling. You know your client is happy.
So. See, Houdini, I can't really have this color talk with her because I don't know anything about that. So, you guys,
we don't have to talk about color. We can talk about whatever you want.
No, I want to hear about color.
No, but Paul Bride is one of the leading. I mean, right now they're kind of like the leaders.
They're very trendy.
They came up quick.
Yeah, they're good at social media. They're good at like making it very like attractive to use it.
Right.
You
the
know,
videos are very
the videos are engaging.
Very engaging,
to say the least.
Yeah.
And the product is quality.
It smells really good. People really like the smell. Okay. And then when you include the bond enforcer, it really does improve the quality of the hair, because I feel like you need protein and moisture. So you're getting the amino acids and you're getting everything in the bond enforcer, but then you're getting the moisture from the color, so it's keeping the hair soft. And you know, the bond enforcer is driving the pigment deeper into the cuticle, so it's like a lot of things are happening, you know. So I like them together. I like them together.
Now, do you find that the Pravana color or other direct pigment dyes, they don't do that as good?
I wouldn't even say that they don't do them as well. It's just the fact that they have. It's almost like something that's come out first hasn't been developed necessarily as something that's come out now. You know what I mean? Pravana was doing direct dyes for years and years and years before it was a trendy thing, and then now a lot of other companies have had a chance to develop it further. So I don't think it's not fair to say that, you know what I mean? I think Pravana is great. What I find is that it's harder to use. You have to be, honestly, I believe you have to be a more detail-oriented colorist, because you have to really be knowledgeable about the underlying tones. A lot of these new ones, to me, are more foolproof in the sense that the underlying tones are more obvious. You know, like the blues in the Pravanas sometimes will look green when they fade. You know, I feel like Pulp Riot's the Nightfall is just like blue. It's not going to really green out or anything. So the technology is easier now, but that doesn't make the first product any less superior, to answer your question.
All right, and the fact that it leaves your hair moist.
Yeah,
you don't want dry hair, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I'm a Pravana certified colorist, so like the chroma silk technology is always there. You know what I mean? So your hair will always feel amazing with no matter what Pravana color you use. But yes.
lastly, you were explaining something about the bond, the
bond
builder?
The different bond reinforcers. So like Olaplex, every company has one now, pretty much.
And you would use that for what? For what reason?
I use it. Okay, I do a lot of blondes, a lot of high lift blondes, like platinum carding.
What is platinum carding?
Platinum carding is when you know foils, like when you're highlighting like a foil, but you want to do like solid blonde more or less, but the person's hair is darker, so you really need to break through. You need the incubation for the heat, of the foil, so you take really fine sections and it allows you to saturate really easily and make sure you're working neatly, just as a technique. But anytime I'm using lighteners, I try to use it at least in my glaze. Anytime that I want to put protein back into the hair or beef the hair back up.
So that's basically what it is. It's a protein revitalizer.
Yeah, basically. It's even more, I say protein loosely, it's what it really is like the disulfide bonds in the hair, as they get broken apart, they're getting like zipped back together.
It zips them back together.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, would you be the colorist that you are without utilizing that?
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to push the limits of what I'm able to do. Like there's things that I know, like I remember growing up in the hair salon. I told you guys I grew up in a salon, right? So my cousin would be sitting under the dryer, and I'm like a little 11-year-old kid, watching her, watching the smoke come out, what's gonna happen? This is gonna be good, and then you come out and it's like, it's all right, but it's like the cotton can't, you feel the gumminess, you don't, and we're, she tones it, the tone is beautiful, but the hair
like
feels, the hair doesn't feel so great. So now we're able to do it, and it's not fair because now I'm able to make everyone like Elsa, frozen blonde. Meanwhile, you know.
So new technology has changed?
Like I'm so happy to be a stylist now because the science is so there. Like it's amazing.
Speaking of new techniques, I'm always on Instagram, so this young lady, I can't remember her name, so I'm not even going to try and lie to anybody. But she's using this technique called drip dye, where she just like, I was just going to ask you, no shade,
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything, and it's all love, what everybody wants to do, but all I can hear is my aunt in my head.
What she does is like pours the color on.
And it's diluted. From what I read, it was like she dilutes it in water first, and then like runs it down, which is cool. To me, this is art, and that's something that I would do in my studio. Would I take that to a salon? No. Does she do that in the salon? Probably not. You know, but if you're in a private setting where you're able to work with your client and they're like, do what you want to do, and you want to dump dye on someone's head, go for it. Like, to me, who am I to say what is someone's art? Like, I'm nobody to say what is your art, you know? But me, I'm a little bit more structured.
Is it risky to do it that way?
Yeah. It's sloppy in the sense that it could get in their eye. Yeah, you get it.
Well,
you get it on the floor. She does, but to me, that's a performance art.
The people's eyes.
To me, that's a performance art. You're not going to do that as a service because it's a mishmash. You're not going to get a consistent. Like clients tend to come in. I don't mean mishmash in a bad way. I mean it in the sense that it's not going to be easy to repeat that. And what clients that come into the salon regularly, like your bread and butter clients, they want consistency. They want the same thing consistently every time. My girl out here, Amanda, who I just did, she would be someone who maybe if I was to do a freaky, weird drip dye thing, like maybe she would let me do it one time. You know, but it's not going to be something that people are coming in saying, let me get my touch up from a drip dye. Like, that's not going to be a thing. But did she make something where now we've just spent like 30 seconds like talking about it.
Yeah.
Which I'm really glad
it looked fun. I was like, oh, I want to drip some dye on
somebody. I watched it the first time and I was like, I couldn't. And then I watched it again and I'm like, no, this is art. This is cool.
It looks pretty.
I
mean,
I'm with it.
I guess you don't know really what the finishing product
until
is.
It's like done.
But
finished.
it looked, when she was finished, it looked beautiful.
Yeah,
she did like it had like pink and blue and it looked pretty.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess, like you said, it's more art than anything.
It is art, you know, and you have to have knowledge about, like, she had to make sure she didn't over-dilute the pigment. There's a lot, you know, there's a lot to it. So I give her credit. It's very cool.
Her name is Taylor Ray.
Thank you, Taylor Ray.
Okay,
Taylor Ray.
So salute to Taylor Ray.
Taylor Ray, we've been talking about you. That's too funny.
That's awesome.
Maybe we can get her on the show one day.
That would be cool.
But I did see, like, her client had like a veil over her, a plastic veil over her, covering her, and she has them covered up.
She does really good. She keeps them clean, which is awesome. As long as the clients have fun, I have fun. It's whatever.
Haircut is done.
Nice.
That was very quick.
So
oh, we need to talk about the licensed. Hold on, let me look on my phone. Did you have
it? It's a Cosmoprof event that's going to be coming up.
Okay.
License to Create Awards.
We're going to go ahead and head to the stage, but we can talk about that.
All right, so it's a hashtag License to Create, guys. It's celebrating beauty, pros, and the art of you. They're going to have multiple categories. One of the categories that are going on are going to be best texture, best updo, men's grooming facial hair, men's grooming hairstyle, student styling, and student color. So that's 15 categories, guys, you can get into. And you can actually get it. You can enter now from April 15th. From March 1st to April 15th, you can enter. And that's a Cosmoprof event that they're doing. And I actually may get involved in that as well.
Get everybody on the stage. My name is Yvette. Oh, let me stop. We like to thank everybody for joining us. Kel Scissorhands for coming all the way from North Carolina. Y su mamá y su tía. Come on, let's come on.
Familia, toda la familia, come on.
Thank you for joining us. Still salute to Eli. He couldn't be here with us tonight, so we feel
Eli,
we
miss you.
Of course, he's always missed because nobody does it like Eli. So Thank you, Sam, my girl. Come here. Congratulations on your new shop. Oh, and look at the beautiful model. Look at your. Let's get some Beyonce fan going on. Let's flip it.
There you go.
Beautiful. And Kels.
All right, guys. So let's do the ScissorSalute sound off.
Yep.
All right.
Wait,
So on the count of 3.
Yep. Wait, we need the hands though. We're doing something wrong.
get
See,
Kels to
Eli.
sign.
See, when
Kels,
you're not
ven
here,
pa
we
acá.
don't know what to do. ScissorSalute. Come on, everybody get in. Okay, when
On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. When
Ready?
I say scissor, you say.
I don't know this one.
Okay, come on.
Ready.
So when I say scissor, you say salute. Scissor.
Scissor.
Salute. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us next Monday,
See you
7
next
to 9.
Bye.
Woo! Good show.